welcome back, and thank you for watching video 1, and thank you for all of your comments. And I hope that you're all still doing the fantastic manifestation technique, and I know that you will be starting to feel some of the results in your life. And for those of you who didn't manage to watch video 1, please do go back, because you do not want to miss that technique. So on this video, I am going to debunk some of the myths that stop so many of us from achieving our dreams, and they are common to everybody across the world. Myth 1, you need a lot of money to be happy. Absolutely not. Once you have all your basic needs met, so there's food on the table, you have shelter, there's actually very little difference in the happiness experienced between somebody, say, who earns $50,000 a year and someone who earns $500,000 a year. What makes us happy is abundance, not just on a financial level, but abundance in all areas of our life, so that we have an abundance of health, we have an abundance of relationships, of loving people around us. And remember, abundance comes in many different forms. It comes in the form of time, it comes in the form of gifts, it comes in the form of somebody coming to you and saying, "Can I help you?" So it is a myth that we can only be happy through having a lot of money. No, that abundance has to spread out to different areas of our life. So, myth 2, relationships are 50-50. Well, I'm sure, just like me, you have learned over the years that actually that is completely an untrue statement. The great thing about self-development is you come to learn over the years that actually you are 100% responsible for the success of your relationship. Why? Because actually everything starts from ourselves. So you are responsible for every interaction that you have, every reaction that you have. Remember that all of us want to experience 3 things in our life. We want to be acknowledged, we want to be accepted, and we want to be appreciated. And if we feel like that, then our partner feels exactly the same. So we have a responsibility to make sure that our partner is fulfilled in whichever way works for them in those 3 areas. And remember, we're such different people. So no, it's not 50-50. You have to take 100% responsibility for the success of your relationship. And you know, there's an incredible freedom in that, because you then can determine the outcome of your relationship and the happiness you experience through the relationships in your life. And you can apply that to every kind of relationship, not just an intimate one. It applies, the same principle applies to family, to friends, and to work colleagues. Myth 3, you can't earn a living from your passion. You can't earn a living from your passion. Well, I completely do not agree with that, because I am standing here today living my passion, living my dream, and earning a living from it. For sure, it doesn't just land in your lap. You have to plan, you have to have a strategy, you have to take a step forward each day to make it work. But absolutely, let me tell you, if you have a passion and it's something that you really love and you really want to do it, you will find a way of making it work. And remember, having a passion is not separate from what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So a lot of people think, I need to live my passion, so I'm going to leave what I'm doing. I'll leave my job now. That's not my passion. But actually, you can find your passion within every single situation. You can find your passion within a job that you may think, this is not right for me. Every day our life passes by. We have no idea how long we're on this planet for. So make the most of every moment, even if you're not in the perfect job or the perfect relationship. Find your passion in the small moments, and then work towards making the changes that allow you to do something that you completely love. Myth 4, spirituality equals religion. No, absolutely not. Spirituality is not a doctrine. Spirituality is a way of life. It's embracing the greater picture, knowing there's an abundant universe, knowing that behind all of our dreams, if we can dedicate our dreams or take action in order to help other people, in order for the higher good, that is living spirituality. It's all about acting for a greater purpose. So somebody once said to the Dalai Lama, "Can you tell me about the meditation on loving kindness?" And the Dalai Lama replied, "Don't worry about the meditation, just focus on kindness." What he was saying was, act. Spirituality is not about sitting and meditating, it's about acting in the world in a way that helps other people. It's about acting in a way that creates good in the world around you. Myth 5, health is the absence of disease. This is such an important myth to debunk. Just because we are not experiencing illness inside of our body and we're not off work, sick in bed, does not actually mean that we're totally healthy. Real health means the optimum functioning of not just the physical body, but also the emotions and the mind. We live in such a busy world. Most of us are running from one thing to the next, and our levels of stress are pretty high these days, but we're used to those levels. When we experience not feeling fulfilled in our life, really all that is a reflection of the fact that we often are living at dis-ease with ourselves. We're not at ease with who we are, and that is the beginning of allowing physical illness to come into the body. So it's so important to attend to your stress, to see the signs in your body, the signs in your feelings, in your thoughts, and to attend to them until you get to the point that we become physically ill and unable to live our dreams. Over many years that I've been working with people, I have met so many people who have this one challenge. They say, "I have a dream, I really know what my dream is, but I do not believe that I can achieve it. Who am I to be able to achieve that dream?" And you know, it is such an important point for us to look at. Do you realize that as we stand here today as adults, we are the sum total of all the experiences, all of the decisions that we have made in our life lead us to this one point. But when we're young and we are told different things like, "You're not good enough," that dream is stupid. Who are you to actually achieve that dream? You know what? Do this. This is all you're capable of. All of those beliefs are put inside of us, or even they're other people's words, and they land inside of us as young people, and they grow and they form the basis of our belief system. So we grow up believing, "I can't achieve that." Let me tell you that every person, if you plan, if you strategize, if you include people in your life who have those skills that maybe you don't have, you can absolutely achieve your dreams. Please drop any thoughts that you have that you're not good enough, that you're not intelligent enough. There are incredibly powerful techniques that you can learn that can completely change the way that you think, that will dissolve those negative belief patterns that hold you and stop you from achieving your dreams. So I'm going to share with you now a very powerful technique that will change those negative and self-limiting belief systems that you have that stop you from achieving your dream. But first I want to kind of draw a picture. Imagine that when we come into this world, we come in completely whole. Imagine, if you like, an orange, with all the segments intact. And as we go through our life and we have different experiences with people, because remember, life is all about relationships, sometimes there is a change or a balance of power between people. And I'm sure you've experienced in your life that you've come across somebody who maybe gives you the feeling that you're not worthy. And no matter how much you try, every time you're in a room with that person or a discussion with that person, you still have that feeling of, "I'm not good enough." They somehow take your power away from you. Well, actually, that's exactly what happens. We give our power to different people. We give our power to experiences that happen around us. And when we come to the end of the day and we look at ourselves, no wonder we're tired. No wonder we feel, maybe sometimes a little bit down or like, where is my spark? Because we've given part of ourselves out. And some of those situations can last for years and years and years and can really affect the way that you function as an adult in your self-empowerment. So this technique is very simple, and it's all about calling back your power from people and situations. So I'd like you to sit comfortably for a few moments. So just find a chair, a comfortable chair, or you can sit on the floor, whichever is better for you. Close your eyes for a moment and just focus on your breathing. So gently stilling the mind, focusing on the breath. And then imagine in front of you a person in your life that you know you've given your power to. Somebody in your life who maybe doesn't make you feel so good, or there's unresolved conflict or emotional stories that have to be resolved. So imagine that person sitting almost like arm's length away from you. Your eyes are closed. You imagine them sitting in front of you. And it's very important that there's no animosity between you. Just see them in front of you. You have no feeling apart from a feeling of peace inside of you. A deep peace. When you have that feeling, very simply affirm to yourself that I call back my power from you. I call back all the power, my personal power that I have invested in you, and I call it back into myself. And just keep affirming that. And if you're a visual person, you can imagine, if you like, light coming back into your body, or you can imagine that feeling, or you can feel your power coming back into you. Just keep affirming, breathing, and calling your own power that belongs with you, not in that person or that situation. Allow it to come back inside of you. And you can do this technique for as long as it takes. You may want to sit for 1 minute, 2 minutes. You may feel you need 5 minutes. But as soon as you feel that you're full, and you can absolutely feel the change within your physical body, within your emotional body, within your thoughts, gently, again, internally look at the person in front of you, thank them, because gratitude is a very important universal law. Thank them for being in your life and the lessons that you've learnt from them. And then gently allow them to dissolve away. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome yourself back. The calling back your power technique is incredibly simple, but incredibly powerful. I've used it so many times over the years with different people, and every single time people have had incredible results, and it has changed their relationship with the person they're working with on a fundamental level. So please practice it every day and see the changes in your life. It's working with a very powerful medium of visualization and affirmation, and it works. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments below and watch out for me. I'm coming back soon.